Hello, everybody. My name is Paul Knapp, and we are live from the Man Cave. It is Monday night, and we have another special guest for you tonight. I will turn on the chats now. And with my special introductions, I don't know, maybe I should wait for more people to get in here to hear these. What do you think, Jeff? Should I wait a while or go right away to the introductions?
Well, I don't know. Let's do it. Let's just get the introductions out of the way. You can always
I'm
hit
out of the
people
way.
up.
Huh? Oh, wait, here we go. Here's some. Oh, Big Boss Jack. Absolutely. He's always our first guest on.
He is. He's awesome.
You got to have him on your show too, man.
I should. He'd be a great interview.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get the show started. I guess Adam's not going to be with us tonight. I was hoping he was going to chime in.
I think he's having computer problems.
All right. We'll start off with our introductions first. This gentleman right here. This guy's favorite dance move is the robot. He drinks cow's milk straight from the cow. He graduated first in his class at Hogwarts. And his all-time favorite cartoon is My Little Pony. This is your AOA president, Jeff Shearer.
What's up?
When God made this man, he broke the mold. Men stare in awe as he walks in a room, and women just call him Big Sexy. Hasbro wanted to make an action figure of him, but he said no. This is Angelo D'Annabelle. These are getting harder and harder every week to make. I just want to let you guys know that, man.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And I think I have one for you this time, actually. I gotta look on my list here and find you on my list here, bro. Oh, there you are. This guy is single and disease free.
I'm gonna just leave now.
He used to be a police.
Cutting
He used to
deep
be a
today,
police
huh?
officer, but he only made it 5 days. He looks so young. People claim that he might be a vampire. This is Gregorio Salinas.
Woo! Great.
God.
You can just hide behind that big mic.
Exactly. I'm just gonna do this the entire time now.
Oh, and I do have one for you too, brother. Hang on. Jim, you're not getting out of this one. I'm just letting you know, man.
I'm not gonna chess.
Bring it on.
All right,
Oh,
you sitting
no.
down? You ready?
I'm ready.
He carries a satchel. It's not a man purse. He's not a regular dad. He's a cool dad. He plays the saxophone and still goes to band camp every summer. He knows every line from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and his favorite book is Little Women.
Oh,
This is Jim Egner.
that's terrible.
I know. But
What about one for Paul? We always do this, and Paul doesn't have one.
when I'm on Jeff's show, he can come up with one for me.
I will. We'll do that here. We'll do that here soon.
Sergeant Soldier is with us.
Yes.
Dude, we got
What
filled
up,
quick
James?
tonight. Sorry, man.
James.
Gary Curtis, always from Arizona.
Gary's awesome.
And the big boss Jack, as always. We always get him in there.
We'll have some price stragglers coming here in a little bit.
So, as always, what's new in the zoo, Jeff? Hurry up.
Well, tonight, I always like to introduce the beer I'm drinking. Tonight, I'm having a Nemesis Divina dry hopped porter from War Pigs Brewing. It's delicious. Got pretty cool can art. And I got something really, really cool in the mail today. I hope to share with you guys here real soon. And I'm building that hex table from Art Lab, which is going pretty well. So I hope to have that done in a couple days and shoot a video on it. Other than that, I'm just staying true to the game.
Jeff, you doing a step-by-step on that build?
I am.
On the hex table, good, because I have one. I don't remember which kind it is, but man, they're rough.
Yes, it's a definite model.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's what I got going on.
What's new in the zoo?
New in the zoo, I have a new addiction. As some of you may have found out, I found stop action again. when I was probably 11 through 13, I found my dad's old 8mm camera, and I used my 3 3/4 inch GI Joes, and I used to make stop action movies back then, and I haven't touched it since. I found an app on my phone, and I'm gone a little hog wild. I've been posting. I think I posted like 4 over the last 2 days, day and a half. So that's kind of my new thing. I'm going to start messing around. Today I was going to try to have a figure walk. I think that's going to be the hardest one. I'm trying to figure out some kind of stand that you don't see too much of, so that I could actually have the legs walk and it doesn't look too awkward. But that's my next test. So stop motion is going to be what I'm going to work on for a little bit.
You're going to be the next TAR Productions, huh?
We'll see. We'll see. I got to start putting some music and some dialogue. Right now, it's just emotions. Just trying to get it figured out.
Hey, I got
Good
some
luck.
trivia for you.
Trivia.
Yeah, Ray Harryhausen did all the stop motion for the old Jason and the Argonauts, fighting the skeletons and Sinbad movies and all that kind of stuff. But by the time Star Wars came around and The Empire Strikes Back came around, they needed to be able to do stop motion for the AT-AT Walker sequence on the ice planet. That was done with something called Go Motion. Have you heard of Go Motion?
No, I have not.
Go Motion is you just film it, and then you take all the parts out that you don't want. And so that way you can move the parts around. It's a much more fluid way of animation. So look at Go Motion. It's pretty
interesting.
cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. What I like about sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I told
Well,
you
I'll
our
keep it
special
short,
guest
'cause
wants
I
a
don't
whole
have
hour.
much
I got to keep
news
this
this
thing
week.
moving, man. I
All
got
right,
to keep
go.
this thing moving.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, I don't have anything new this week. I didn't get to post my lighting video because I had some family stuff come up, but I'm reworking it, and that should be out soon. So that's about it. No figure stuff this week, unfortunately.
No new figures? No. Jim, what do you got new in the zoo? You building anything for anybody?
Oh, yeah, I'm still working on 2 projects. One of them, this is actually my first what's new in the zoo for me. Let's see. I'm working on a dive cage for Angelo, and it's the last piece came off the printer just as I got home this evening, so I hadn't had a chance to kind of clean it up and get it ready to. I was hoping to have it ready to show tonight, but that didn't happen. Let's see. I'm also working on this mono-tracked motorcycle. It's this pretty cool thing that Angelo talked about and sent me some pictures of. It's apparently a real thing. It's a Russian hamster. If you look up monotrack Russian hamster, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's actually a pretty cool thing. So you can actually buy them. So it's actually
So what Jim doesn't know is I have plans for Jim that we're going to create a set for the 60th anniversary of the adventure team.
What?
And we're going to have the Land Adventurer with this monotrack bike. Just like instead of the escape bike, it'll be that, and we'll put a set together.
awesome.
And we'll have that for the 60th. He doesn't know that yet. So, Jim, this is the first time you're hearing that. So I thought maybe,
Picture the heads up.
Yeah.
No pressure.
No.
Jim, you charging him by the hour or by
No
the
kidding,
month?
man.
How's it work, man?
Oh man, yeah, that's a tall order, but it's gonna happen. So.
Consultant fees.
We got gamer newbie Ed in the house. Thanks for joining
right.
us tonight. Big Boss Jack. Yeah, I did enjoy my weekend in Gettysburg. It was a quick up and back in 2-3 days, but it was fun. I did put a video out today. If anybody had a chance to look at that, that was mine.
It's great.
I don't do a lot of photo stories like you guys do, but that was my my one attempt.
It was nice, Paul.
It was successful. You did an awesome job.
Thanks, man. All right, our one panel question I have for everybody. Did you have a favorite actor as a kid? Doesn't have to be a kid actor, but like when you were watching movies as a kid.
Oh, easy. Come on. Sylvester Stallone.
Wow, that's
Whoa.
you, Italian stallion. We
Huh?
know. You have to say that. You're from New York and you're Italian. I mean, come on. Jeff, did you have anybody in particular that you
When I was really little, I would say Arnold.
Yeah.
I was going to say the
And
same
then
thing.
Junior high was probably Bruce Campbell.
Nice.
Horror actor. Evil Dead.
Evil
Mhm.
Dead. Nice.
Yep.
Same
I was
thing.
going to
You
say
going with
Arnold Schwarzenegger because he was in my favorite movie of all time, Last Action Hero. So,
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good movie. Yep.
underrated in my opinion.
Yep.
Jim, was it Clint Eastwood or what? Was you later?
Oh, I don't know. William Powell, maybe. I don't know.
William
Humphrey
Powell.
Bogart.
Yep.
No. Uh, probably Harrison Ford. You know,
That's
he
what I was. Dude, that was
Yeah.
mine.
he
Man.
was
That
in
was mine.
Indiana Jones. You know, yeah.
Yeah.
Indy, definitely.
Yeah, Harrison Ford was mine. All right. Well, I don't see anybody. Well, there's somebody new. Michael Burt. He's with us every week.
Sam's Vintage
Sam's
Repairs.
Sam's,
Yep.
yep. Sam's Vintage Repairs. Made him an AOA member, actually. Did you know that?
No, but I like his profile pic.
Yep.
Looks like
Where's
Sam's talking about my Facebook page. Yeah, that's an old one, and it's got all kinds of horrible filters thrown on it. So
Yeah, it is a wild picture of you. I like it. That's like your alter ego.
That's what I thought.
I was wondering how many years that was, dude. Was that?
Oh man, 2006 or something.
Holy smokes!
I was waiting for you to whip out a guitar and like start playing there or something, man.
Yeah, that's an oldie.
Yeah, I guess I should update it. I don't know.
Keep it the way it is.
Okay.
Still got three minutes. If anybody has any questions, if
Hey,
not, we got to bring in our
Jim, I was
special
going to
guest.
ask you something since you're on here. I was going to message you. Have you tried, or are you going to make the antenna for the troubleshooter?
Oh yeah, I've already done them. I just hadn't printed them up and thrown them on the page.
Reason I'm being, I've got so I'll let you guys know. I got a one of those kits from Randall for the Foot Locker conversions. But I bought one. I bought a I traded a prototype to him, so he sent me one of the prototypes, complete almost. And I'm going to actually try to recreate the Super Joe Foot Locker, the silver one. And it has one of those troubleshooter antennas. And I was going to kind of, if you've ever seen those Foot Lockers, it comes, the troubleshooter antenna would go down through a hole at the top and have a little, like a gear, you could turn it.
Okay.
So that's what I was going to ask you about, because you are the master recreator. If I ever lose a digit, I'm messaging you and saying, "Can you make me a 3D printed finger?" I bet
you should ask.
I bet you once a day. I bet you once a day I get on your Etsy page and just take a look around.
I got a message over there from, I know we're running out of time, Paul, from Sergeant Soldier. I'm working on a Foot Locker myself, a wooden one, laser
awesome.
cut. So yeah.
Wow, I
got
can't wait to see it.
I'm doing on them. So yeah,
can't wait to see it.
Yeah, Adam just texted me. He said he was having technical difficulties. So
yeah,
we got to stall for a little bit longer.
No, just about a minute left. I wanted to say Sam's Vintage Repairs. If you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, he was actually one of the 15-year-old kids that was on my show when I did the kids show.
Oh, okay.
And he's from California, and he collects mostly Action Man, which is kind of interesting because I'm not up to snuff on my Action Man, and it's so cool seeing him going back at his age, and he knows a lot about the Action Man versus
Action Man's great. It's probably, I think that's the best vintage 1/6 line. I mean, they got a lot of cool stuff,
and it lasted a lot longer than G.I. Joe.
Yeah, especially the Kung Fu grip.
Yeah,
their hands are awesome.
Yeah, I've got a few Action Man hands on some of my vintage Joes.
Yeah, they're great. They're so pliable. They work great. I love Action Man. I just don't have a lot of them.
Yeah, I think I've got 4 or 5, and that's it. They're hard to come by over here.
Yeah, in the States.
Yeah,
for sure.
Their superposable body's awesome. Or ultra posable, where the hell it was, but
the blue pants one.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got like 4 of those, and I'm like, love those things. Just a massive, or just amazingly engineered.
It's about time to bring on our special guest. You guys got a line of questions up. Jeff, I know you've been waiting to talk to this guy for a while.
I have been.
All right. I'm not going to say where he's located because I don't want people hounding him down and asking him to sew stuff for him or make them dioramas for them. So they can ask, they can chat away. Oh, we're giving out your address tonight there, Greg.
No, please don't.
Our special guest tonight is Robert DeCastro, but you may know him as Mac SOG, SOG Adventure International. Dude.
Hey, my
Look at
dudes.
this dude, man.
Love
I
the
didn't. I
shirt.
forgot to ask you. Do you say SOG or do you say SOG?
SOG. Mac
Okay.
SOG.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I love that background.
Oh,
Thank
man.
you.
That's dope.
Everybody's
Yeah.
familiar with your dioramas.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. That's the small one right there.
So
You're
my first
elusive.
question
That's
tonight,
small.
and I'm
That's
kind of going.
huge.
I gotta ask you this: how much square footage do you have for your dioramas? Because when I see them on those videos, or I see the pictures on Facebook, it looks huge, but I'm sure you're making
Yeah.
it look bigger than it really is.
No, they're 2 6-foot tables side to side, and the backdrop is about 6 foot by 20 feet.
Wow.
Shit.
Oh wow.
So those
Yeah.
backdrops got to be pretty big.
Yeah, I got 2 new ones actually. That's gonna be coming up soon.
Oh,
Awesome.
man, dude.
Amazing.
Wow.
Hey, how long does it take you to set those up?
Not that long, maybe about an hour or 2
Yeah.
at the
Do you have
most.
do you have the concept in mind before you get going, like what you want to do, or you just go and
No,
wing it?
I'll just look at my shelf and I'm like, okay, what am I going to use today? And I'll just start putting stuff on the table, and then the story sort of comes along by itself.
Yeah, that's awesome,
That's
man.
great.
Awesome. Now, when you set them up, you set them up back to front, because I notice it. You can see there's a lot of depth in your setups.
Right.
And I'm always afraid, like when I'm setting things up, if I don't remember to put something in the back, and then I go to lean over, I'm knocking over half a dozen things trying to get at it.
No, there's a gap in the back to where I can crawl underneath the table and pop out in the back and then reach the stuff back there.
Huh.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Smart,
wow.
smart thinking.
Dude, I got so many questions to ask you because, like, you were when I started the live stream, you were like the first person I thought of to bring on as a guest, and then you kept saying, "No, no, no, I don't want to. Nah, my computer's not working. Nah, I don't speak English." I was like, "Don't get it."
I never said that.
I mean, he was doing everything to get out. He was doing every angle to get out of it, and I was like, "Oh man, you were like the first person I thought of."
Yeah, I speak 3 languages. I speak English, Tagalog, and a little bit of Swedish chef.
The Swedish chef, like from the Muppets. Yeah, Mr. Burglar.
That means,
Hey, man.
how's your meat helmet?
I
Hey,
know Jim Egner's down there going, "Man, I thought I was your favorite guest." I'm sorry, Jim. Sorry, Jim. Sorry, Jim.
you keep
I know where
leveling
I
up
am
the
on
guests.
the totem pole here.
But no, I
So-
mean, I fell in love with your dioramas and stuff. And that's when I first contacted you, even before my live stream. And I said, "Where'd you get those backgrounds from?" Because I was looking for them. And, when I film in the wintertime, I got to have something there. And
Yeah, the first one was from eBay. That was a purpose-built backdrop that this guy was selling. But after that, I noticed on his listing, he said that they custom make stuff in custom sizes. So I just gave them an image that they could use. It has to be very big and high resolution for them to print it, though. So
Yeah.
you're going to have to find an image that's kind of free and high res.
gotcha.
So is that printed on some kind of a canvas or?
It's on actually like nylon fabric.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah, so you can
whoa.
really fold it and everything. I like to roll it because when it comes from China, it's got all these fold marks on it. So I have to kind of roll it up and have the folds relax a little bit.
Huh.
So do you have them on like a tension, like a grommets and elastic?
Yeah.
fold, or?
I have like hooks on the as high as I can get them, and then they have those like little binder clips.
Mhm.
I just have them on binder clips, but it's all hooked up to the little hooks on the wall.
Okay.
Yep.
Very
So another
cool.
question: camera, and lighting. Your pictures are so crisp and so clean. I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, they're much
you,
better than yours, Angela.
Wow.
Nah, that's just phone.
Yeah.
It's just my phone, and I bought some like photography lighting stuff from eBay. Nothing special.
Awesome.
Try to get as much natural light coming in from the window, but that's it.
Mhm.
Yep.
So, to your clothing, which your clothing is one of my favorite things about you, because I follow you on Instagram. I think you and I've messaged back and forth a few times. But do you make your own patterns?
At when I first started, no, because I didn't know how to do any of this stuff. But I figured how would I start? So I started with like really old tattered GI Joe clothes.
Right.
I basically just reverse engineered stuff. But as I picked up more skill, I started to figure out how the pattern was being made. When I was a teen, I worked for a clothing store, so I knew how to measure people for suits. So I kind of applied some of that.
Wow, those look great. So what do you get do you special order your camouflage, or do you source it at a local fabric store?
I go to Joanne Fabrics and I just hunt for stuff that looks like miniature camo.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
I do that too. Yeah. I
Yeah.
buy some stuff.
Have you ever used something like
surprised how much there is in Joanne's fabric? There's actually they sold them in little, like by the yard, little like prepackaged, and it's literally like miniature camo.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Adam checked in with us. You say he loves your dioramas, brother. I know he wanted to be here tonight.
Thank you.
Matt's Creative from the West Coast actually joined us. So it's 5 o'clock his time too, I believe. He's jumping in. So Gary Curtis.
We all want to know. We all want to know, how in the world did you build that beautiful RC in the back? And I wish
this
there was
one?
a tutorial. Oh man, that's like the ideal. I love that thing. Every time I ever seen it, I said, man, I wish I had one.
What do you call it?
Talk us through it.
I call it the Scarab.
Yep.
It's like the chat. I mean the transmission is from a Tamiya Clodbuster. I don't know if you're familiar with like little RC kits.
Yep.
But these are Japanese Tamiya Clodbuster. They're very powerful. So you can just imagine with 3 live axles, this thing will climb a hill with thick grass.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like it's flat ground. It is. Because like on flat like asphalt, this thing can pull a kid on a skateboard.
Oh, Jesus.
That's awesome,
man.
Wow.
Calm down.
Matt said Damnation Alley.
Yeah,
that was one of the inspiration, like Damnation Alley Arc 2.
Yeah.
Part 2, man. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I built the chassis. It's an aluminum frame ladder chassis. And all the suspension links are from aluminum rods. I had to drill those out and everything, and
Wow.
and work them in there. It's all aluminum oil-filled shock absorbers.
Did you keep it? Is it just one static chassis, or did you articulate it like the old Big Trapper? Is it articulated? So is there a...
No, I tried it, but it would just create havoc. It would jackknife. It would
a lot of
literally
stress.
jackknife.
Yeah, that is great.
But the steering is mixable. I could make it crab steer or 6-wheel steer.
Wow.
Whoa.
It uses a six channel helicopter control.
Wow.
My God, how long did it take you to build that?
Well, there's a reason why it's called Mark 6, because there's been 6 times I rebuilt that thing to where it looks now.
Wow.
That thing has engine sound. The machine gun will by remote will traverse and fire, and it has the machine gun has a speaker hidden in the ammo box here, so it has its own speaker for the machine gun sound, and all the lights I can turn off and on by remote. But the 3 stick shift in the cockpit, you can also like switch it so you can turn off on and on like the some of the functions.
Wow.
So when you finish that thing, you
Insane.
just sit back and look at it and go, yeah, I'm done. Like drop the mic and just walk out and grab a beer.
Yeah, pretty much. I knew because it was like, for one, it was taking too dang long, and wiring this thing was like wiring a real car. It was a nightmare. But when everything was done and all the pieces I decided was going to go on there was on there, I was like, that's it.
That's a show pony.
Wow.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Mac SOG, I hate to do this, but we got to put you on hold for a second. Logic Blaster is in the house, gentlemen.
Oh, hold up.
Logic Blaster is in the house. Okay. We're gonna keep doing that to him until he comes on my show. He keeps avoiding us.
Just know I
do
can't
you-
see without my glasses.
Do you do a lot of? So are you an artist by trade?
Yeah, I started off being an illustrator. I've done illustration. I've done comic book work, and of course, in the '90s, that's when the comic book thing
It's
crashed. It crashed. So I was kind of like drifting in and out of different work, and then I discovered Tripwire Toys. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yeah, I am actually.
Ivy. And I just marveled at all of his stuff, but I couldn't afford it. So I was like, how can I afford that? I was like, I can't. So how can I make it? So that's actually what started me making the outfits. And from there, I started my own little custom shop. And then Kirk Bazigian and Don Levine sort of like discovered me, and we worked on like a project together.
Uh-huh.
And from there, I worked with other companies to do like prototype work and product design.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Dude,
That's
I think we just
phenomenal.
stumbled onto
Wow.
a gem.
I know.
Wow.
And I didn't even have to pay him to come on the show. He just
You
came
do.
over.
You've done other stuff like I don't. Like I saw you do. Did you make some like small like not Safubi style figures?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I meant by when I said that I made toys for a living.
Yeah, those
Yep.
are
So
crazy.
back in 2007, we made that.
Oh, that's
That is
awesome.
dope,
Whoa.
dude. Wow.
And then like the following year,
Yeah.
I produced this one.
Did you
Yep.
paint that?
No, these two were done in a Chinese factory, but this is all my design. And what I did is I turned in a set of technical turnarounds, and through the production process, I oversaw like everything, especially the sculpture, because like especially the first robot, the Chinese sculptor really had problems interpreting some of my design, because like the shape here, he couldn't get that. It was all squared off and everything. So I had to actually do a rough sculpt and then send them the thing. I usually do my own sculpting, but for robots, it had to be perfectly symmetrical and like perfect for like it has to look like a machine, right? So I had to hire those out, but I do my own sculpting. Basically, like for the Japanese stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
were
those are the
I've
ones. I remember
seen.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, for the Japanese stuff, I did the sculpting for this, and that's what I'm currently like doing.
And the artwork behind you, though, too, right? And that.
Yeah, I do all the illustrations,
Yeah.
so that's all my illustration stuff there.
Amazing.
So do you sell those then? Do you put them on a?
Yeah, I have a Wix website where I do all my releases. I announce all the releases on Instagram. Right now, I'm kind of in a semi limbo because I'm waiting for because we just produced a new one, which is this guy here. This is the test pull. It's the line is called Galaxy Titans.
Wow.
This is just one combination because we have like a bunch of the way I designed this is modular. So this is just one version. There's like several heads and several like chest and like pack modules and different hands and feet. So you can configure this in many, many different configurations. So this is just like the test pull that came out of Japan, and I'm waiting for blanks to come in so I can paint those.
You ever thought about
Yeah.
making a Shogun warrior?
You would
I
show them.
would, I'd love to, but
You got
that,
Jeff
those
Sisters
things are
there.
huge.
I'm all about that. I'm all about that jazz.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's
Believe
what-
me, I speak that language for sure.
I love those.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
restoring a.
I've got a bunch in the office.
Do you? I'm
Yeah, I think
restoring
Paul
it.
might have seen it when we did a test. When we did a test run on the.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the
That's
top of the cabinet. Remember that, Paul?
Yep.
I'm restoring a Tetsujin 28
Ooh,
for my son, my 4-year-old son. Like he loves that robot, loves that cartoon.
wow.
So
Those
yeah,
are rare.
I actually I got one. I found a dude, and it was like a 2-week negotiation for a price, and I got to have some parts made for it. Shogun Plastics is going to make them.
Those are so rare because in Japan, they're so strapped for space that, you know, parents, when they have those huge toys, they would just throw them away.
Yeah, I know.
Can
I got a buddy who
all those jumbo machinders in like garbage piles in Japan. That's why they're so rare.
I might throw up if I saw that.
Oh my gosh.
That's like seeing parents who throw out their kids' vintage GI Joes.
Oh, yeah.
Some of those you can they're so expensive you can buy a used car.
Dude, I had a vintage GI Joe hard head, red head, and the elastic broke in it. So I had it in a shoe box for years. And my dad one day was going up through my room and cleaning stuff up and threw it out.
Oh.
I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, it's no good. It's junk. I'm like,
oh.
He's like, I felt like Caesar stabbed so many times.
Big Boss Jack said it looks like Futurama, that last one that you made. It does look like the cartoon Futurama a little bit.
Agreed.
Which one? This one?
The newest one you're working on right now, I think, with the
one with the clear
The
dome.
one in the test shot.
yeah, the test shot one.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Like
Okay.
a Futurama, like the cartoon.
So you made some of your own 1/6 scale guns too, if I remember right. Because I think I messaged you a couple times about that, like how you made them and stuff. But
yeah, I'm really bad with technology, so like everything I know how to do, it's by hand, and like I did that back in the 90s actually, when you know you didn't have any kind of 3D printing technology yet. At least I don't think so. So everything I make is, you know, I prototype everything using like styrene stock, like sheets or like whatever, and you know I would just use like reference pictures, and I measure everything with a caliper and just reduce everything down.
it's so wild because we have two completely polar opposite spectrums. You got Jim, who makes all of that awesome 3D printed stuff, and then you've got you, who makes all your stuff by hand, and it's such a cool bridge between, you know, me.
Yeah, I want to learn it. I want to learn it because I'm like, oh my gosh, all the stuff. Because like my wife was talking to my son. I said, can you imagine your dad loose on a 3D printing machine?
Yeah.
You know, because
I'll be happy to teach you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're probably the best teacher in the world.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right. I would love that.
Yeah, if I ever get one, I'll be emailing you.
Especially the resin printers. I kind of like the idea of the resin printers because, you know, there's not as much of the striations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Hey, Jim.
Yes, sir.
When I was in that class last week for my roadway design projects, there's a guy who he does a lot of 3D printing, and he was these 3D printed baby Yodas, and I was laughing, and I said, that's not shit. And I pulled up your Etsy store, and I said, take a look at this. I was repping you in there.
Awesome.
Did your sales go up last week, Jim?
No. This guy looked at me, and he just looked at me like I was some weirdo.
A lot of wives are calling this nerd night. You see?
Well,
Yeah, I know.
They'd be correct.
That's why I'm in my garage. I know. So yeah, I got to
you
get back to a couple questions here that I got to get to.
Yeah, go ahead, Paul.
One is, I know you collect the GI Joes. I see those in the background. Are there any other things that you collect, or vintage toys you collect, or is this just kind of you just collect a bunch of GI Joes just to have them for your dioramas?
No, it's not a specific line, but more like a genre. I like collecting old vintage toy, like tin robots and stuff like that. Tin space toys. You saw the cabinet.
Oh yeah.
It's filled with that stuff. Some of my dioramas actually have it as the background on the earlier videos. But yeah, it's the old tin robots. The older, the better. The more tin that's on it, the better.
Nice.
Yeah. I like fixing them too and restoring them.
Right.
Wow. Where do you
How
find
long have you been collecting?
The robots?
Well, I mean, just in general. I mean, did you always collect since you were a kid, or did you just restart collecting as?
for GI Joe, it was literally in the 1990s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was the first show was actually here in Las Vegas. It was a James DeSimone show, and I think it was the first and last one because apparently GI Joe isn't very big here in Nevada. But I got 4 GI Joes that day. I never knew the breadth and scope of GI Joe and Action Man until I attended my first show, and my head literally blew up like an atomic bomb.
So did you not play with the Adventure Team figures when you were young?
I did. I was born in the Philippines, so you can just imagine not many people had GI Joes, and so that's why I had like 3. I had the muscle body with the eagle eye, the Mike Power, and I think a Sea Adventurer and a Man of Action.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
wow!
Yeah,
Pretty
and I
big
had like
lineup.
the Big Jim rescue rig that I traded a box of Matchbox with my friend.
Whoa!
Looks like that last video that you posted looks like you had that rescue rig in with the Adventure Team. So
Yeah. I've had one off and on. I would sell it and I would regret it, and so there you go.
You gave me an idea. You gave me an idea when I saw that. I picked this up this week.
Yeah. Well,
That's
what I
awesome.
did with mine is I made custom stickers. So anything that says Big Jim or the symbol or Mattel on it, it's covered up with GI Joe, Adventure Team, and
Yeah.
things. I don't know, because if you look closely on the video, you'll see that there where the dashboard is, where the windshield goes down.
Yep.
There's supposed to be a Big Jim symbol there, like a badge. There's
Okay.
now a Adventure Team decal on there.
All right.
Yeah,
Are
but
you
that
gonna
one,
radio
that
control
was
that thing?
the last one. Right? Was that?
are you going to radio control that thing?
Oh, I don't know. Well, actually, I'm going to radio control a mobile support vehicle. You see, this one has axles,
Dude,
right? That one's going to have 4.
Oh,
That one's
wow.
going to have 4 axles on it, and it's all the wheels and tires are dualies.
Oh my!
Yeah,
You got to
And,
do a video of that.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
got
that
to do.
one's
You
I'm
gotta
making.
have
I'm
like
making.
that.
Yeah.
that one's going to have 2 cabs connected together, so it's going to be long, and it's going to actually incorporate the rescue rig crane on it.
Oh shit!
Wow.
And then since it's taller, the back is gonna, when you pull out the mobile support computer system, it'll be too high, right? So I'm gonna do like a folding floor that will have a frame that will extend down to the ground, so they're elevated when they're sitting down on the chairs. Then the forward cab is gonna be for extra crew.
You haven't
My
thought about
God,
this at all, have
dude.
you?
Huh?
I said you haven't thought about this at all, have you?
Yeah, no, just spur of the moment kind of
God.
thing.
It's just
Hey.
rounding up the component because it's kind of expensive.
Well, any
Right.
components you need, Jim can hook you up, man. Just send him a blueprint, what you need, and he
Dude.
builds it, man.
When you get
Oh,
that
yeah.
done, you got to come back on. When you get that done, you got to come back on here and like unveil it.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
That would be
project is
super
called
awesome.
Project Mammoth.
Project Mammoth.
Right behind you, though, don't you have another remote control? The green one,
Yeah, this
the tracker. Or is that a tracker?
That thing was awesome.
Yeah, I remember seeing the video on that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
this one is the base on this is a Kyosho Blizzard. It's basically a snowcat. Then what I did is I took the upper shell off of a troubleshooter, and then I extended it about a little bit over an inch. As you can see there, it's longer.
Right.
Right, so I extended that, and I built all of the back, the rear parts, like the television and everything. The image on the television can change. You can just pull out you can slide out the images
Oh, cool.
and insert whatever image you want on there. And it's fully lit. All the lights work and everything, and that one will
Just elevate and stuff.
raise, elevate and extend out basically. Well, this one isn't doing it by remote, but it has that.
That looks like the front end of a capture copter.
It is.
Okay.
It is. Yep.
Wow.
That's
Yep.
mind blowing.
That is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Jeez, oh, Pete, dude.
So Jeff, what's your excuse, man? Come on. What the hell?
Well, first of all,
I'm gonna
I
abandon the
have
Land
an
Rover
excuse. That's
project
just
now.
amazing. So
It's kind of intimidating.
I know,
It is,
man.
100%. So is one of your hobbies like remote controlled vehicles? So have you messed with
Yeah,
those? Or?
that was some years ago. I was into like when all the RC stuff was like in kit form. You know, so you were kind of used to improvising things and stuff.
Yeah, when I was in junior high, that was the big thing, was building your own RC car. So there was a group of kids, they had a club, and they were a club of RC car builders. They also were a metal club. So you go in there and these dudes would be building RC cars after school, and they'd have their denim jackets on, sleeves cut off with their back patches on. And I was like, Jesus, man, you guys are intense. I was the kid I was the nerdy comic book artist, so I was always trying to draw the X-Men comics from the early 80s, you know, and that was my gig back when I was a nerd in junior high, and closet G.I. Joe collector and everything else. So
yeah, that you and me.
yeah, you had to hide your hobby, man. It was great.
Hey, Greg, you look like you're nipping at the bud to ask a question, man. I know you.
Well, no, I was. Just
I know
gonna
Jeff.
ask,
I know Jeff's fanboy here. He's fanboy.
Yeah, I'm gonna
No,
sit
I'm
out now.
fanboy too. Trust me, because it's
Greg's in awe. We're all in awe. We're
That's a
stunned.
great way to put it, because
Dude, I had questions lined up. We're just throw that away, man. We're just
We're riffing.
no,
Ask away, anything.
I'm so excited because it's in a way encompassing all of my similar interests, because I'm into like not so much Sufubi, but like, you know, designer toys and all that. So this kind of stuff, you know, kind of rings a bell. But also, if you're not familiar with that kind of realm, I would recommend Magnificent World of Toys. He does a great series where he covers various
Roger,
artists.
he's a friend of mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He would be a great person to get in touch with if you want another
he's
person
trying
that
to
can talk
schedule
more
me
at
for
length
an
about it.
interview, actually, because I told him, you know, he should wait until the Galaxy Titans are like you know, at least one release is out before he does that.
Yeah.
Do you go to any shows anymore? G.I. Joe shows or Comic-Con or anything like that?
Actually, this week, and we have a show at the Las Vegas Convention Center. I'm going to be attending that. I mean, I'm going to be showing there. And then July, we're going to be at Monster Palooza.
Oh, you're going to Monster Palooza?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to go to that.
Yeah. It's going to be our first time there. Because our big show in California is, I don't know if you heard of it, Designer Con.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You know, Designer Con is awesome. It's like that place is toy and art in one convention. You know, there's a lot of people that do what I do there. So if you like 1/6 scale stuff, there's a lot of artists that actually do like, you know, like really boutique 1/6 scale stuff as well. So definitely check out Designer Con. There's a lot of videos on YouTube on it, and you might even catch me on some of them.
Yeah, I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Monster Palooza sounds exciting. There's a lot of guys that I follow in the latex mask industry.
Oh man!
Calm down, Paul Knapp. Not the ones you're thinking.
No,
of.
I know.
But I follow. I don't know if you follow the Devil's Workshop or Rock Hard Novelties. I love those guys. Pete up in Indiana or Northern Illinois or Northern Indiana. I love those guys, and I think they go to Monster Palooza. And then Skinner.
Oh, Skinner, yeah. This is one of his. This is one of his toys.
That's one of his. Okay.
Mutant Vinyl Hardcore.
Dude, that's wicked dope, man.
Yeah, I love this one, man.
I wanted to get in on his crowd-funded Shrine of Abominations, but I missed out on the crowdfund. I was doing something that night and I forgot all about it. But
is that the one that made that purple hand that you put on? The
one from Skin Pro Magazine.
Purple hand, man.
Did you buy that?
No, I missed out on that one.
It's super cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Skinner if he's got like some hanging around in the shop or something.
You should. I love that guy. He's a wild dude.
He is hilarious.
Oh, I bet.
He is hilarious. You'd swear he was high on something, but he just talks to you that way. You know,
He seems like a super personable dude who just you can just riff,
He'll
riff
talk
with.
to you like he's known you for years.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. He
I love
actually
that whole.
stopped by our booth because of this artwork back here. Because
That's what you told me.
the kind of stuff he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that whole weird monster genre because I love
Mm-hmm.
monsters, and my son, I have a 4-year-old son, and he's starting to really like that stuff too. So, which scares me a little bit.
That's awesome, though. That's awesome.
I won the Golden Skull from Rock Bottom Novelties for
Oh shoot!
a picture that I posted with a GI Joe, I think. But yeah, these guys are awesome.
Oh man!
Hey, Jim, Angelo, and Greg. If you guys want to sign off right now, you can guys.
Oh, sorry guys.
No,
I'm
no,
done.
I'm fine listening. This is
We'll just leave these guys talking. I'm the moderator. I gotta be here, but you guys don't have to be here.
I'm a dork,
opening
man. I
up-
love everything.
It's opening up a whole new realm to hearing the different. It's
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
So
Yeah, ask away, whatever you want, man.
Do you know Aaron Lewis?
No.
He does sculpting, I think, for Zagoni Studios, and then also he does stuff for Rock Bottom as well.
Okay.
So he sculpts. He might have sculpted one of the Skinner masks, maybe the.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
Space
think
Wizard?
I might know that person. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on Instagram a lot.
Yeah, it's before he hit all the vinyl stuff. Yeah, he was there. I think he was sculpting all that wizard stuff for him.
Yep.
Like, yeah, and the tree monsters and stuff.
Sorry, guys, I took over this whole thing.
No, dude.
no. Hey, you're asking the things I wanted to know, so I'm fine with this.
while you have him on there, you might as well, pick his brain and find out more. Good stuff.
Well,
Yeah, shoot.
I know Jim got all dressed up tonight just for this, and he didn't get to ask any questions. So, Jim, you got any questions you want to ask him? I mean,
Actually, a couple. What inspires you? Where does your inspiration come from?
My brain just doesn't turn off. It's like, some people ask me, like that kind of question all the time, and I was like, I actually wish it would just turn off. You don't want to be in my head. like monsters like this and like that. It's like my head is like, imagine if you're looking through a peephole, right? And there's like one street light above that. There's all these shapes that's gonna like pass by. It's just silhouette. And then once in a while, there's gonna be that one creature that's gonna go near the peephole and look through there. And that's like where I would get stuff like this.
Wow.
And it just doesn't stop. It's like it's continuous. So I don't know. It's just maybe I'm
Do you
crazy. or
sketch
something.
the ideas down and then work those up into a production piece, or how does that work for you?
Which one? The
just
monster?
any of them.
Any of them, really. Just anything that you're working on. Just how does it start? Thumbnail, napkin, kind
Yeah.
of.
I like the zombie genre, and these guys are basically my take on like zombie creatures. This is the line is called Stitchworm Zombies, and basically it's like it's not like like the traditional zombie genre where you're like get infected and something like this. This is more like an alien like organism that lands on Earth. And whatever it consumes, whatever's left over, they'll splice together, and it would lay this like parasite that's like a spider creature. And once it sort of takes hold, it transforms into an eyeball. So I don't know if you can see that spider thing on the side of the head.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, wow.
That thing goes inside of you, and it consumes the brain and replaces it. And you see on the spine there, that's actually the caterpillar creature attaching itself to the spine. So that reanimates a corpse. And it picks up body parts and attaches it to itself. That's why there's all the stitches there.
Now, do you have a comic that goes along with that? Because obviously you have the storyline that goes along with those characters. Have you created like a little mini comic to go along with them? If you sell the figure, it comes with a comic. I think that would be a great marketing strategy.
Well, like with what I do, it's sort of like it doesn't need it. Like most of the audience that we cater to, it's sort of like just a piece of art. There's no necessary kind of narrative behind it. For the robots though, like my Go Bolts robots here, there is a story because I've been approached by several companies. I don't want to say right now too much, but they want to know, how we could turn that into some kind of show or movie.
That's
Right.
that's
Wow.
Yeah,
gnarly.
Dude.
That would
So
definitely fly as a movie. I could see that. Definitely with
Oh,
those
yeah.
robots. Definitely.
That's gnarly.
And I just want to say, Big Boss Jack, I tried to send a private message. Don't know how it works. I don't have the Bradley. Always wanted it. The thing's huge. It's like 3 feet long. Never got that one. Kick myself.
Those are big.
Yeah,
I've
monster.
got one of those.
Yeah, they're
Monster.
giant.
They're massive.
All that
Yeah.
21st century stuff. I have a lot of it,
Yeah,
and I have a hard time storing it.
ditto.
But
Ditto.
I want to review some of my sets here sometime, probably next year, maybe.
Yeah. If you try to buy it online, the shipping will absolutely murder you.
Forget it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like buying a
For
Shogun
sure.
Warrior.
Yeah, some
It's
of
like
these
buying
robots
two
don't-
of them. It's like buying two of them. It's like if
Yeah, I gotta get
it
rid of-
cost you
I gotta
about
get rid of-
$500 or $600 if you can even find it for that much, and then they're going to charge you an extra $300 just to ship it.
Yeah, to ship it. Sure.
Mhm.
And God save you if you put the word fragile on the box.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
They
'cause
take it the
that's
first
when
thing-
all the UPS and the postal guys are going to play WWE on it.
Yep.
Hey, so
First thing they do when they see that, and they make you pay extra for it too.
yeah.
Mhm.
So where does your name come from? Now, is that
That was one of the questions I was going to ask. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, go ahead, man.
like the
Mac SOG. Back in when I did my custom shop for the custom GI Joe gear, I wanted to make my own GI Joe figure,
Mhm.
and it was kind of like a play on GI Joe, so it's Mac SOG. Like after because I saw it more as a special force kind of
Yep.
dude, more,
Yeah, I
you know,
can see that.
sure.
rather than like the regular infantrymen. So
Yep.
I chose like Mac SOG for that.
Okay, that's cool,
Yeah,
man.
and Adventure International was inspired by the Thunderbirds International Rescue.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Thunderbirds.
I love those. I love all the Jerry Anderson Super Mario Nation stuff. I have it all. Thunderbirds, Captain
Yep.
Scarlet, Joe 90, Stingray, all of that stuff.
You and I could probably sit and talk for probably 5 hours.
I can see that, dude.
I'd probably be
You're gonna
drunk
have
by
to
the
have
time
'em
I'd be
on,
keep pounding beers, going, yeah. Awesome.
You get back to
man.
I got to ask you, are you back to the Philippines much? I know a lot of my friends
No.
around here are Filipino, and they, once a year try to get back.
I've
Not to get
never
personal.
been- I've
I don't want to
never
ask
been
too many personal questions, but
back. Well, I've never been back. I don't have family anymore in the Philippines.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's been a long time. Literally, when we immigrated here, I just never looked back, really.
Wow.
Mhm. I still speak the language, but
Yeah. Well,
So what's your favorite action figure line?
action figure line.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, bar none. It's G.I. Joe.
G.I.
and
Joe.
Action
That's
Man.
it, huh? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like I used to collect like $6 Million Man and Migos and stuff. But I'm like, whatever I want to do, I can do with G.I. Joe. So because if I wanted $6 Million Man, I could do that in 1/6 scale like G.I. Joe.
Right.
If I wanted superhero stuff, I could do that with G.I. Joe. Just put costumes on them that I could make. Because I wanted to do like I wanted to also collect the small 3 3/4 inch G.I. Joes, but I just don't want to be involved in all of that. So what I'm actually thinking of doing now is creating my version of the Real American Heroes in that style.
Mhm.
Yeah,
No, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
yeah. The only
Peter was
problem
doing
is
something
like
similar to that.
the vehicles and stuff.
Cool,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, one of the things that I've been playing around with is that gap between about 1976 and about 1983, and how Adventure Team morphs into the real American hero stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do a live stream some night, Paul, just talking about all the genres of GI Joe.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I have a lot of thoughts on that too. Like,
Well, I have a local buddy here who's British, and he moved here to the States, and he's all Action Man. And he's like, I got to go on your show and talk the differences between G.I. Joe and Action Man. I was like, dude, I'd love to do that, man. So I want to get him on the show one time. So
Yeah.
We got less than 5 minutes left.
5
After
minutes.
that, I got to start paying Roberto here. So
I think you're gonna have to pay him anyway.
Yeah.
Trying to give him some free advertisement, but he doesn't need it, man.
No,
He does not need it.
unbelievable.
Hey, would you mind playing a little game with us tonight? I always try to wrap it up with some type of trivia or game or something like that. Although I didn't think about this. This is very unfair because he's got a head start on us on this one, on this question. All right. So my question tonight is, what are the oldest still running toy manufacturers in America? There are 14 of them. And we're going to take out Hasbro right away because everybody knows that one.
Mattel, Kenner.
We got one. All right. Mattel. Yep.
Milton Bradley.
Milton Bradley.
Parker
Nice.
Brothers.
Who said that?
Me. Parker Brothers.
All right. Parker Brothers is, yes.
Whammo.
Hang on. It's Jim's turn.
Oh, sorry.
We're going around the horn.
Oh,
Oh
sorry.
man, I'm drawing a blank here.
We're not and no toy trains, so no Lionel, that kind of stuff. It's just toys.
Just toys. Okay. Yeah. Oh,
got-
man, I'm drawing a blank here. I'm gonna have to pass.
They already got 4. You guys already got 4 of the 14 that I found. Marks went out of business years ago, bro. But that was one.
Did you do Kenner?
You did? Did you say Kenner?
Yeah.
That
No,
was
that's
mentioned,
not
yeah.
one.
Lego?
Not American.
Oh, sorry.
Tonka.
Sorry.
American toy companies.
Hmm.
See, I figure for sure, Roberto, you get a bunch of these.
Dinky. I think that's British, isn't it? Corky. That's British.
Yeah,
Playmates.
Nope. Corgi's American.
No.
Playmates.
Really? Huh.
1956. Corgi. Got it.
How about Playmates?
Playmates.
Mm-hmm.
No, but you're really close to something that sounds like that.
Oh.
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh is
Play
who?
School? What's that?
Play School.
Play
Shit.
School, yes. Play School.
yeah.
1928. 1928. Play School.
Wow.
How about Earl?
Erdl Company, yes, sir. 1945.
Well,
You guys are missing one of the biggest ones that I can't believe you.
I'm thinking about it right now, maybe.
Little people, come on.
Mattel?
They own
You
them.
already said Mattel.
Okay.
Jeff, you
Little
said you had them
people.
growing up. I thought you said
Yeah, Fisher Price.
Fisher Price. Thank
Yep.
you.
Oh, yeah.
1930.
Right, sure.
Yeah.
You guys are missing.
Playmobil?
You got about four left.
Playmobil.
That's not. That's
That's French, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need help?
Whammo.
I'll give you a
Tonka?
hint to this one. It's you guys heard of Tootsie Toys, right? Tootsie Toys. You know who makes that?
Shit.
I know the Tootsie Toy the cars and stuff, but I never knew who made it. Strombecker Company.
I would never
1960.
guess.
wow.
I never would have gotten
Never
that.
that.
What are the
Yeah.
Matchbox and Hot Wheels?
They fall under one of the big
Mattel.
companies like
Mattel owns Hot Wheels. and
Mattel, I
Matchbox,
think. Yeah,
actually.
yeah. There's an artsy fartsy company out there that you're not getting that you'll kick yourself in the butt for not knowing it.
Okay. FAO Shores?
No.
No.
And this
Someone
other
said-
company used to make a lot of toy trains, but they also do toys as well.
Tomy.
Nope. Does begin with a T though.
Hmm.
How about frisbees, man? You guys know frisbee?
I was thinking of Whammo, but
Whammo, thank you.
yeah, I see. Yeah,
Okay.
Whammo.
1948. 1948.
Yeah.
Whammo.
Oh, I didn't even know they were still around.
I think Filmaholics mentioned that earlier, but nobody heard him. I guess.
Yeah.
Whammo. Well, you said Whammo? I'm sorry.
No, I don't recall. I don't think so.
So and Mego, you know, they stopped and then they started again and then they stopped and they started again. So we're not counting Mego as one. I know Adam's pissed, but
Ideal.
you guys got 3. You're missing 2 right now.
Hmm.
Somebody, it looked like Michael Burke said Fisher Price. Does that count?
Yeah, we already said that one.
Oh, okay.
Did we
Are
get Parker
any of them-
Brothers?
Any other sports toys? Any other sport toys out there?
No, not these, not the two that, like I said, there was only 13 that I found that were still in business today that didn't go out of business and come back in.
Okay.
Hmm.
Give us a hit.
Well, I said art. There's an art company. They make mostly like
Crayola?
crafts and stuff like that.
Crayola?
No. Ohio Art.
Oh wow! You
Yeah.
are.
And the very first one that I found, 1950, and they're still around. Think of trucks. Think of not Tonka, but
Oh my gosh, Tonka!
Nyland?
Nope, Tonka's not in business anymore.
Nyland?
Nope. Buddy L.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, see, I said you're gonna kick yourself in the butt when you hear that one, but I know
Oh,
everybody
man,
knows it.
yeah, dude.
So yeah, there's 13 original companies, that are still in business in America.
Huh.
Wow.
Hmm.
So that's about all for our hour tonight. I want to thank our special guest, and this is your time to
Wow.
shine, brother. If you have
Yeah.
anything to say, you want to talk about plugging anything that's coming up, this is your chance.
Well, if you want to catch me on, if you want to know the stuff that I'm like doing, especially when it comes to the vinyl stuff, you can catch me on Instagram at Atomic Mushroom. And if you want to get in touch with me on Facebook, it's Robert DeCastro. And of course, YouTube, it's Mac SOG Adventure International. We're going to be in the Las Vegas Convention Center for, I believe, Amazing Comic-Con this weekend.
This weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Right
cool.
on, man.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's it.
Sounds awesome.
Great.
Yeah.
Definitely gotta come back so we can find out more about all your awesome inventions.
Definitely, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's fun. It's been fun.
It's a quick hour, man. Definitely a quick hour.
It zips by really fast.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks for hanging out with us, and I'll give you Jeff's phone number, and Jeff will give you his, and you guys can.
We already follow. I think we already follow each other on Instagram.
You
and
guys can have a
YouTube,
play
so-
date together. You guys can have a play date together.
We probably would. I'll bring my Shogun Warriors out to Nevada.
Hey, thanks again, Robert. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
That's
Hey
great.
guys,
Nice to meet you, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Everybody have a good night.
Hey guys, good to see you, Jim.
Good seeing you.
Yeah,
Keep
thanks
doing
for
stop
coming.
motion, Angelo.
Thank you.